Hey, everybody. Peter Vexelman here, and I got one of my amazing partners, Eugene Faulkner, on the other side. Eugene, how are you?
Hello, everyone. Good, good. Glad to
Good.
be here.
Now, you seem like are you at home right now?
Yes, I'm at home.
Talk to me. Why are you at home?
I'm at home because my wife is at work. She's a nurse practitioner, and she had to go into work today, and I'm at home with the kids. I have twins, 5-year-old boy and a girl.
Now, are you quarantined?
Yes.
Okay, so are you not working right now, or are you just literally just this is your shift to be at home?
No, I'm not working right now. I'm all in with the real estate business, and
I
my
love
wife
it.
is working full time.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so yeah, man, I could spend an hour here with you. I mean, Eugene, I'm going to tell you, you are an inspiration. 22 years ago, I started this business, and for first 3 years, I made zero money. Like it's like totally legitimate to say that for the first 3 years, I volunteered in real estate. Okay,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like one of those fulfilling real estate, fulfilling, volunteer jobs where you just feel great about yourself. It was like treachery. I mean, I lost everything I had. I made every mistake. I lost money on deals. I was taken advantage of. So my point is, you're a man after my own heart. Meaning you're a long-term player. You get it. But let's start kind of in the beginning. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us about your background.
Well, I've been a chef for the past 14 years. I quit my job 2 years ago to start my real estate business, which I thought I can go in and do pretty much on my own, but let me know that I need a team also with me. I had pretty some major setbacks going in. I did a rehab that didn't work out so good, and kind of set me and my family back far, far along than what I really wanted to be. So I ended up basically just doing my homework and finding you guys on YouTube, and you and Julie seem so compassionate about what you all do far as it's a real estate business. And so I jumped all in. I let my wife know that this is where I want to be, and this is like the program that I want to be in.
Awesome. So talk to me a little bit about the rehab you try to do by yourself. Was it a disaster?
Yes, it was a disaster. Yes, I actually found it from a wholesale that I ended up picking up from a hard money lender, and I ended up going through them to get the property. And the property, my realtor didn't really know how to evaluate it and everything. It sat on the market for longer than what it's supposed to. I ended up putting more in it than what I really was able to afford to put in it. So they kind of set me back there, and yeah, it was just a headache from there on out.
I tell people this is not a business that you want to learn as you go, is it?
It is definitely not, Peter.
I always tell people if you want to do like basket weaving, that's a good business to learn as you go.
Right.
There's other businesses that are just, they're more forgiving. Real estate, and I'm sure you'll agree with me, you could sneeze the wrong way and lose 10 grand. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And
Granted, I didn't even have to lose.
well, and doesn't it seem like in the beginning when you're trying to do this yourself, it seems like when you look back at it, it's like everybody takes advantage of you. You know what I mean?
I saw that all the way around the board, from my realtor to my contractor and everything else in between. Unbelievable. But I'm resilient and I'm still here. I'm able to go on.
Well, I tell people, and this is why for the first 3 years I worked for nothing, because in the first 6 months I actually lost like $500,000. And the way I describe that is everybody looked at me as a paycheck, right? Like they look at us as paycheck. The realtor looks at us as a commission paycheck. The rehabber looks at us as somebody that'll make him more money than he's supposed to deserve. You know what I mean? And that's all I was for 6 months. I was a paycheck to everybody in my world. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's
No,
how I felt also.
yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you. Okay, so then you start doing some due diligence. You did what I did. You realized real estate works. We just weren't doing it the right way.
Exactly.
So you tell us how you found this. YouTube, you said?
Yes, I found you on YouTube with a whole bunch of other entrepreneurs out there that's pretty much doing the same thing. But you guys, it's something that caught me different from you guys, you and Julie, and it seemed like I attached to whatever you know, what I was trying to get from you guys, I felt, you know, from you all speaking and watching your webinars and YouTubes. So, and then I reached out to you guys.
You know, it's interesting in today's environment, when I ask people, how did you hear about us? Almost 100% off social media, you know, Facebook, YouTube, you know, and all that. But the other thing I'm always curious about, because you can go to YouTube and there is like thousands of
Exactly.
gurus out there. I mean,
Exactly.
we're not the only people, you know, obviously, you know, because we, you know, from my end, I know what I'm doing. Okay. I don't have to prove myself to anybody. But at the same time, I also know you can get on YouTube and you can get overwhelmed. So I'm always curious, what specifically made you want to go with us to do this business with? What was it? You know, I'm just curious about that.
I just felt the connection. I felt the straight talk from you and Judy. You know, you guys was no BS. It was like straightforward path, you know. Either you're gonna make this work or you're gonna fail. So, and with the backbone that I feel like that I have with you guys, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Plus, YouTube is like everyone on there is trying to sell the same product, but you also have to do your skip trace. So that's why I feel like skip tracing comes in hand with everyone that's trying to sell a product also.
There's no question. There's no question. You know, we feel like we, you know, we differentiate ourselves. Now, the one thing I think of, you know, again, we talk about you a ton in our office, but from me perspective, you know, like my staff just loves you. They love, you know, you're positive, you know, all these good things. You follow instructions and all this. The biggest thing to me is you're a long-term player. It's kind of what we started off a couple minutes ago. What makes you a long-term player? Because I'll be honest with you, I think that is the biggest reason why people never become successful in anything in life. It has nothing to do with real estate. It doesn't have to do with anything. It's just people have this very short-term view of how things need to be. Why? I have no idea. You know, you take a guy that's like 50 years old, he's worked his whole life, he's broke as ever, and that's okay. But oh my God, I'm going to try to be successful. I'm only going to give myself like 2 months. And if I can't be successful in 2 months, then I'm out. I don't get it. It's like, it's a lifetime to be broke, but just a very short period of time to try to be successful. What is it about you? I mean, you got the long-term success gene. Tell me, what is it inherited? Is it something you've been taught, learned? What is it?
Well, when I got into this, I felt like there was no way going back. There was no way going back to my 9 to 5, you know, every day, getting up 5 a.m., getting off at 4 p.m., you know, it was just backbreaking, and I felt like I have to make a way. And you know, life expectations, you fall, but you got to get back up. You fall and you got to get back up. So
no, I love it. I love it. You know, I think everyone that's got a long-term vision, you know, we all have our own way of kind of saying it, but in the end, it's exactly what you said. You know, we kind of put a wall behind us. You know, our backs against the wall. It's like I was the same way. I wasn't going back. I was not going back. I don't care what. I don't care what the price. I don't care how long. I mean, it took me 3 years to really make my first dollar, but I didn't care. I mean, I'd say if it would have taken another 2 or 3 years, I had nothing to go back to. You know what I mean? It's kind of how I look at that.
Exactly.
Now, cool. I know I just wired you some money last week. We did a deal. Fantastic. Tell us specifically about that deal. How'd you find it?
Well,
Direct mail
actually,
thing?
I've started sending out direct mail, and
Okay.
I got a caller called me back from one of the letters that I sent out and said, I'm not actually selling a house, but I know someone that is selling a house. And then they give me the contact number and everything, and I went from there. And initially they wanted 110 for the property, so we negotiated back and forth, and I ended up getting it down to 75. And so we went from there.
That's awesome. That is freaking awesome. That's like a 40% discount. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I think ultimately the big reason why I think people go with us is that we're not just kind of an educational operation, although we do believe in education and training. We partner with people. I mean, I think that's really
benefits.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly right. So tell me a little bit about how did the staff, how did our operation help you through this process of this deal?
Well, when I first got the deal, I was thinking that I was going to be able to rehab it, but then you all explained to me that we're going to go ahead and just wholesale it because that'll be a better process for us to go ahead and do it. Which I understand that because I've been roughly with you guys for almost about 2 years now. So I pretty much understand the concept of it, and it's a win-win situation for both of us. So
that's awesome.
I take from it.
And thumbs up to you for, that's the cool thing about you, that, you follow instructions. It's amazing how many people, like, we've done thousands of deals, and you'll be shocked how many people start working with us, and from day one, they tell us like what to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I think, well, that's another key characteristic you have. You're coachable. That's a cool thing.
And another thing, I'm in it for the long haul. I didn't get in this to look for a get rich quick scheme or anything like that. I'm really dedicated to what I want to do in life.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What was our total? How much did we make on this deal?
Roughly between 27,000 that we split.
Okay, beautiful.
Yes.
And well, think about this. I mean, to some people, that's like their whole year's salary. You know what I mean? Something they go to work for 40 hours, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis to make that kind of income. So that's awesome. I'm so proud of you, Eugene. Listen, I'm so proud of you, just you being a partner. We got to I'm going to challenge you right now. I want you and I to always have between 5 and 7 properties under contract. Okay. That's the magic number in his business. 5 to 7 will consider. A couple fall in, a couple close, a couple fall out, a couple fall in, a couple close, a couple fall out. And then consistently, we're going to start doing deals literally on a monthly basis. So I'm going to personally help you. I want you to be more accountable to me. Okay. I want you to start texting more. I want us to do, and it's all about connecting with sellers, that, and all this, but you're not just an inspiration to so many people. I talk about you way more than you know. But you're inspiration to our staff. I mean, this is what our staff is all about working with partners like you. And that's what we're all about. We're a partner-driven model. We coach you, we mentor you guys, we help you generate leads. We obviously provide the funding when it's needed, the construction and all this. Let's get some more going. All right. 5 to 7. That's what I want. And let's get some more checks split. Okay.
Yes, Peter. Sounds good.
Eugene, you're awesome. You're absolutely awesome.
I'm all in 100%.
I know you are.
I have a family to take care of.
All right, let's do it.